What's up, guys? Got Dave here, and I just recently went to the track with this bike, and I filmed myself riding it on the track, and I just wanted to give you guys a tip. If you use your GoPro to film something like that that's going to be like really high speed, what I did, I set it to 80 frames per second instead of 60. Like normally I'll film everything in 1080 super wide, and I use 60 frames per second, which gives me like 4 hours and 21 minutes on my card, on my 64 megabyte memory card. And you know what, I want to turn here. And so that's what I always do. That's good enough quality. That's what this is right now. It's 60 frames per second at 1080 on the super wide setting. So it's as wide of a point of view as, you know, as wide of a focal length as the GoPro offers in 1080. And it's pretty good for like most of the time when I'm filming moto vlogs, just riding around and stuff like that. But if you film like in the dark, you know, like at nighttime or like early morning or late night, like evening, whatever, you want to, 60 is not a slow enough speed to get enough light. So you either want to have like that low light enhancement setting turned on, you want to have that selected, or actually like set it, like lower it down to like 30 frames a second or 24 frames a second if it's really dark out. And that'll like actually brighten up your video quite a bit. It'll give you a lot more detail in the shadows and stuff. But for what I was doing at the track, where it's like broad daylight, you know, middle of the day, it's super bright out, and so I didn't need a slow shutter speed like to bring in more light. I needed a higher shutter speed to help freeze the action, so it would look less blurry, and it actually makes the video look more fluid because it's running more frames per second. And so it actually makes it instead of going like it's just like, and it's like, it actually makes it smoother. Like if I turn my head or whatever, you know, stuff like that, or if you're going fast and things are going by you, it actually makes it really clear having more frames per second. So I just figured I'd give you guys that tip, because I know a lot of you use GoPros or an alternative, you know, it's similar enough to a GoPro that more than likely it's going to have that selection that you can change the frames per second that you're recording at. And when you're doing stuff that's high speed like that, and you don't have to worry about low light, it's best to set it to really high frames per second. And the highest that the 1080 goes is 80 frames per second. But if you knock it down to like 720 or whatever the next lowest setting is, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Ugh, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's 720 is the next lowest. But if you go to that one, then you can actually select 120 frames per second. So if you're doing something that's like really high speed, it might even be worth sacrificing a little bit of quality, you know, like recording at 720 instead of 1080, just so that you can record at 120 frames per second and increase the clarity that way, and it'll actually make up for it not being at 1080. So I don't know, let me know like what you think about all that, or what your experience has been, you know, filming things with your GoPro. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.